Welcome to Zoho CRM Customization Overview. I'm going to give you an overview of all of the major customization options in Zoho CRM. So as you can see, Zoho CRM comes with a default setup with a predefined set of modules, fields, and email templates. These are things that meet the basic sales requirements of most organizations. However, very often this basic setup may not always fulfill all of your needs. So Zoho CRM comes with a facility for you to customize your CRM to suit your exact business needs. For example, you can modify some of the pre-existing fields, add new modules, and create new email templates. When used extensively, these customization settings let you entirely repackage CRM to fit your requirements. In this lesson, we're going to look at an overview of major customization settings. This lesson will be followed by another, which will talk in further detail about module customization. So let's go ahead and begin. To access customization settings, go to Settings, Setup, Customization. Here you can customize modules, email templates, inventory templates, and mail merge templates, and copy customization settings. So let's quickly take a look at what each of these settings means. So first we'll start with modules. So you see these default modules that Zoho CRM comes with: leads, contacts, accounts, deals, activities. Now, if you think these won't quite fit the bill, you can actually add your own modules and arrange them on this menu bar. So, for example, say you are managing a real estate business and you need a CRM to maintain the database of property owners, buyers, and listings. You can create new modules in these names and add new fields and sections for these modules, as I've done right here. You can then treat these modules as you would any default module. That is, you can create custom views, associate activities, send emails, associate workflow rules, and so on. The next video in this series explains in detail how to customize a module. Next, we have templates. You can customize email templates, inventory templates, and mail merge templates in CRM. So why would somebody want email templates? Say you've met about 50 prospective customers at a trade show. After the event, you need to send them all a personalized email about your company. In such a case, you don't need to waste time by typing it out or copy-pasting the email several times. All you would have to do is simply create an email template in CRM, insert the first name merge field, and then send this template to your contacts. When you use this merge field, CRM will automatically fetch the first name of the respective lead. So you can send 50 emails in one shot, and as a result, each contact would see an email that addresses each of them by their own respective first names. So it's really easy to create an email template. All you're going to do is go to Customization, Templates. Under the Email tab, click New Template and choose the module. Enter a name for the template and just go ahead and start composing your email. Inventory templates are useful if you're dealing in the sale of products. CRM comes with a default template for quotes, purchase orders, sales orders, and invoices. If required, you can edit each of these templates. Next, let's look at mail merge templates. Now let's say as part of a company procedure, you're required to send a service level agreement to your customers after you've won a deal with them. The terms of these agreements are mostly the same, only the names of the customers and organizations usually change. In such a case, you can simply draft this document in MS Word or Zoho Writer and insert merge fields at the appropriate places and save it. Whenever there's a need, you can merge this document and send them to your customers. Now let's talk about copy customization. Copy customization is a useful setting when you wish to use the same customization settings from one Zoho CRM account to another. So let's say a large organization has various very large departments. Their operations are so wide that they wish to have multiple CRM accounts for each department. So in all of these CRM accounts, while there may be some variations in settings, a majority of the customization settings may still be the same across each CRM account. In such a case, companies don't need to spend time setting up the same settings individually for each account. All they would have to do is set up a customization in one account and simply copy the settings to the rest of the CRM accounts. To copy customization from account A to account B, log into account A, access copy customization right here and just enter the email address associated with account B right here. An email will be sent to the user of account B. On approval from the user, the customization from account A will then be copied over to account B. So these are the major customization features in Zoho CRM. Before you move on, please familiarize yourself with module customization, email templates, inventory and mail merge templates, and copy customization features. CRM comes with a predefined set of modules designed for a typical sales organization. Leads, contacts, accounts, deals, activities, products, and so on. But you may have certain requirements specific to your organization that are not included in the default settings. In order to meet those specific requirements, you can create a new module or customize an existing module in Zoho CRM. So let's look at module customization with an example. Say Zilker Real Estates is looking at customizing Zoho CRM for their business needs. In this case, they require specific modules related to the real estate industry. So perhaps modules like builders, villas, tenants, apartments, etc., depending on their business. So what you see here is a new module that I've created called Apartments. You can see sections such as apartment information, address information, and apartment description. Also, there are some new fields here: area, rent, house owners, apartment type, and so on. Now, these are fields that you don't find in a regular CRM. When I click on apartment type, I can even see a list of options to choose from. Zoho CRM lets you create modules entirely from scratch, so let's go ahead and see how to do this. Now remember, in order to create or edit modules, a user needs to have module customization permission in their user profile. So here, I'm going to go to Customization and click Modules to create a new module. Now what you see here is the layout editor. Using this space, you'll be able to build a module from scratch by adding fields, sections, and defining user permissions for them. Now, I would break down creating a module into two main divisions. The first one is creating new fields and sections, and the second is defining user permissions. So first, let's look at creating new fields and sections. On the left, what you see is a sort of fields tray from which you can simply drag and drop fields into your module. There are many types of fields right here that you can add: a single line field, multi-line, email, phone, pick list field. What you would do is simply drag and drop the desired field type to the layout editor. Similarly, you can also drag and drop a new section. On the right is the actual work area where you name the fields and sections and define the field properties. So let's look at how to add some new fields to the Apartments module. First, name the module. And then you can drag and drop new sections as required. So what I'll do now is create a couple of new sections: apartment information and apartment description. So now that we have all the module sections, let's look at adding fields to them. So let's take three fields: area, apartment type, and house owners. First, area is a number field. So let's go ahead and drag and drop this field right here. As soon as you drag and drop the field, it helps to define the field properties. Say if this is a mandatory field, you can mark it as required. Next, let's add apartment type. Here, Zilker Real Estates defines apartment types by the number of rooms in it: 1 BHK, 2 BHK, 3 BHK, and so on. So this will be a pick list field, which is nothing but a field that will offer options to choose from. So I add a pick list field, name it apartment type, and add the options required. Here we go, and that's done. Now we're going to add the last field, house owner. To understand this field better, let's go back to the Apartments module already created and create an apartment record. When I create an apartment record, say C807, there's a field called House Owner. When I click this, I'm able to see a list of names. So I choose the owner, Mark Davis. I go ahead and complete this form and save the record. Now if I click C807, I can see that Mark Davis is a link to another record in itself, which is part of the module called House Owners. If I scroll down, there's a related list called Apartments Owned, and I see C807 right there. This way, Zilker Real Estate is able to easily get details of the house owner from the apartment module itself. Similarly, from the house owner's record, the details of the apartment owned by the owner can be obtained. So as you can see, these two modules, Apartments and House Owners, are linked with each other. This link is possible through the House Owner field in the Apartments module. So this is what we call a lookup field. A lookup field is really useful when you want to relate one module with another. So let's go ahead and look at how to create a lookup field. Drag and drop the lookup field to the apartment information section. Choose the related module, in this case, House Owners. Then enter the related list name, in this case, Apartments Owned. This name is nothing but the name of the related list that will appear in the associated module's record details page. Now we'll save the field. Now we have successfully created a lookup field and established a link between the two modules. After you're done with adding the fields and section required, you're ready to move on to the next division, which is defining user permissions. Now let's say Zilker Real Estate has two profiles, the management team profile and the housekeeping team profile. While Zilker wants the housekeeping profile to be able to see the apartments module, they also don't want them to see the rent field. So Zilker Real Estate can actually hide this field from the housekeeping staff. Go to the rent field, set permissions, and choose Don't Show against the required profile. So now as an administrator, I can see the rent field. Let me log out of the admin profile and log back in as a housekeeping profile user. Now I don't see the rent field as it has been hidden for the housekeeping profile. If you do not want the housekeeping staff to access the apartments module at all, just remove their profile from the module permission section under module settings. In this way, you can define permissions and have complete control over who has access to your module. So now that we're done adding fields, sections, and defining permissions, let's go ahead and save this module. Now let's try to create a new record from the admin profile. I can fill the apartment type, rent, owner, area, and building status. Perfect. Now we'll save the record. And that's it. We have a new module. You can create custom views for this module just as you would do for a default module in the CRM. I have filtered some apartments based on apartment type and rent defaulters. You can also create workflow rules and generate reports for this module. Before you move on, please make sure you familiarize yourself with creating new modules by adding new fields and sections and defining module and field permissions. For more information, please visit us at zoho.com/crm/help.